Hello, Moods of Overland viewers. Today we're going to talk about the drivable trail system in Pennsylvania's state forests. These are distinct from the normal Forest Service roads, so what are they and why should you care? Basically, those are high clearance 4x4 trails that maybe approach a green type trail in an off-road park, so a stock 4x4 is going to be fine. In many cases, a Subaru Outback, particularly with their more off-road focused trim, will probably be okay, depending on the trail and the time of year and the weather and all of those caveats. Drivable trails typically only get the maintenance required to keep them from becoming impassable to high clearance 4x4 vehicles. Given that, you should prepare accordingly. As with any trips to remote areas, take some basic precautions. You should let someone know where you're going and roughly when you plan to return and/or will be in contact again. Travel in groups of 2 or more vehicles where possible. Have typical recovery and safety gear with you, such as recovery boards, a paper map, appropriate clothing for the forecasted weather conditions, comfortable hiking shoes and socks, extra food and water, a flashlight and spare batteries and/or charging cables, a first aid kit. If you're using a cell phone for navigation, and again have paper maps as a backup, download the portions of the area that you will be in for offline use, and be aware that you may not have cell service in many parts of the forest, be that data or voice service. And make a note of the local ranger station phone numbers so that if you get in trouble and do have cell service or can hike to cell service, you can get in contact with the local authorities. So this is a typical drivable trail, Nittany Mountain Trail in Bald Eagle State Forest. It's not particularly technical, but does have a couple of small rock stairs and several muddy areas with large puddles. This is an out and back trail that dead ends after a few miles where you turn around and head back, but other drivable trails connect different Forest Service roads. You'll often air down for comfort more so than for traction on the majority of drivable trails. My choice of Bald Eagle State Forest is not by chance. Although many PA state forests have drivable trails, Bald Eagle seems to have the most, and certainly has several of the most challenging. Henstep Valley Trail, Sharpback Hollow Road, and Patty Mountain Road are similar to green trails at local off-road parks like AOAA and Roush Creek. I think the appeal of drivable trails is that they are even less traveled than already remote Forest Service roads, given the suggested vehicle restrictions. Some are a bit more of a challenge and are a good introduction to easier off-roading. The fact that you can combine these with your camping, hiking, fishing, and other forest recreation activities is a huge bonus. As mentioned before, you need to prepare for the worst to ensure the safety of you and your companions. Remember that even if you know the trail or have recent trail reports, conditions are different every time you visit. Be sure to factor the weather in as well. After significant rain, these trails can be much more difficult, and with accumulated snow, the DCNR recommends not driving any forest roads. Be prepared and know the limits of yourself and your gear. As with any of your adventures, adhere to the TREAD principles from Tread Lightly for responsible recreation. Travel responsibly, respect the rights of others, educate yourself, avoid sensitive areas, and do your part. The 2 best sources of information on PA state forests and drivable trails are 1. The Department of Conservation and Natural Resources website, dcnr.pa.gov, and 2. Purple Lizard maps. Note that Purple Lizard denotes most drivable trails as high clearance 4x4 roads in their legends. I'll put the links to both in the video description. Hopefully you now know a bit more about drivable trails in the PA state forests. If you enjoyed this video, please do like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you'd like to see in future videos or ask any questions in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you on the trails.